What up, my fellow Knicks fans? This is your guy Marcellus Ease, and don't panic quite yet. Now, beloved New York Knicks about to hit the road in a nice Midwest to West Coast swing as we're going to face the Utah Jazz, the Denver Nuggets, the Lakers, the Warriors, Trailblazers, and after we actually come back from that swing, we're going to face against the Pacers and the 76ers, which in our conference, they both actually sit on top of our conference at 3rd and 4th place. Now, we have a bit of a dilemma because we did drop our last 5 games, but after coming from this dangerous road trip, we could actually come back with a 9-34 record, which, you know, for those of you guys who love the lottery, for I don't know what reason, because we don't have really any luck with that, but sometimes we do. But pretty much all these guys coming out of the lottery are 19 years old. But, you know, if you do love the lottery, this is a good West Coast swing for you guys. As we, like I said, we could come back 9-34. Now on the squad, there's a few guys that are going to take advantage of the minutes available. Once again, there's plenty of usage and minutes available as Porzingis is going to get reevaluated. So we'll see what's up all the way in February. Noah Vonleh's actually been taking advantage of his playing time, and he's actually having good rapport with the coach. He's actually proven that, you know, he should be around the team, especially he could be a role player long term. But he could be a vital piece for us as he brings a certain energy to the team, a certain physicality that we don't have, especially with Cantor. Cantor is nice offensively, but defensively he is a liability. He's letting rookies like the center in Phoenix, I think is Aiden. He let him walk all over him. Now I know everyone wants to talk about the point guard situation. Moutier is actually playing really well. He's actually taking up a lot of the scoring load because Tim Hardaway Jr. is actually having problems with his foot. He has that heel problem where he puts pressure on his heel, and, you know, there could be blood clots, or, you know, there's a lot of pain, and, you know, it could be a reason why Tim Hardaway is actually shooting 34% for the month of December. You know, his actually shooting went down, but he is suffering with an injury that he's dealing with, and he's dealing with it day to day. But like I said, Moutier is making up for the usage. Moutier is doing his thing. The only thing is that hopefully he can keep his turnovers down, and consistency, especially on defense, will be things to look at for Emmanuel Moutier. But Moutier could make, you know, he could make a solid statement for being, you know, returning back into the league, you know, being in good standing in the NBA, because, you know, if he really didn't have a good standing right now with the Knicks, if this stunt doesn't work, you know, he could be on his way overseas or out of the league. Now, Frank Ntilikina, unfortunately, he's right back in. He looks like he's right back in the Fizdale's doghouse. Fizdale's doing a great job with the media, kind of downplaying the situation, having his young players back, because, you know, all these things are, you know, it's about confidence. You don't want to put the guy, you know, down fully, but you actually want to give him enough confidence to come back and be motivated. So, you know, Fizdale is continuing his small little Jedi mind tricks, which does work, because Frank, the first time around when he got the DMPs, he actually came back a lot stronger, a lot more aggressive. I'm pretty sure this is going to be an up and down, you know, situation all year, because young guys like Frank, especially Kevin Knox, sometimes they're going to need like a battery put in their backs after like 4 or 5 games. You know, they need to be consistent. To be on an NBA pro level, you need to be consistent night in, night out for 82 games. But overall, Frank is still taking about 7 shots a game. You know, he's 6 for 28 in his last 5 games. You know, that's up in, you know, before the Christmas game. 6 to 28 from field goal range. That's not good at all. Especially, you know, there's no assist, there's no, like, you know, peripheral stats to follow up with it. And like I said, Tim Hardaway's dealing with injuries. You know, these are situations that Frank needs to take advantage of, because when Porzingis comes back, there's going to be less shots to go around. The lineup is already crowded enough, and there's open spaces for Frank to take advantage. The season's not over yet. It's only halfway through. You never know, there could be a turnaround. I'm going to be patient with this, but the development of Frank Ntilikina this season is perhaps the most important thing, because the Knicks could figure out where do they need to go going forward. Now, one of our younger guys that is taking advantage of all this usage is Kevin Knox. He does look to score first right away, but we do need the scoring, as in the last couple of games, especially the month of December. He could make a basically he could make a run in for, like, you know, rookie of the month. The month of December, you know, Knox is averaging about 17 points a game. But Knox should continue his usage. We should look into trade Burke, as he's also dealing with an injury. He did come back in the Christmas game. I see Fizdale's trying to, you know, slowly put him right back into the lineup, get him warmed up. He is dealing with a nagging injury. You know, the lineups are going to vary from night to night, especially with a lot younger guys. They're going to be very inconsistent, especially on this road trip. Looking at this road trip, we're going to face the Utah Jazz, and they are struggling. Donovan Mitchell's doing his thing, but he's not as efficient. And the team overall, they need another shooter. They're struggling with that. It's a very slow-paced team. The Knicks do play slow also, but, you know, athletically, they should be able to keep up with the Jazz. The Jazz are not going to blow them out with three-pointers. And then moving on to the next game against the Denver Nuggets. The Nuggets, surprisingly, the second place in the Western Conference, they're doing their thing. I mean, I believe Will Barton might come back around. They got some guys coming off an injury. I know they lost Millsap, but they got Barton coming back. Barton usually does his thing. And then they go on to face the Lakers with LeBron James. Most likely he's not going to play this game, but you never know. After the Laker game, we're going to go ahead and play against the Warriors. And, you know, the Warriors, we already know. I don't have to say that much. It's going to be a learning experience for a lot of the guys. The Warriors are fully into, you know, they're fully committed night in, night out. Doesn't matter the team. The guys will have to bring it. The Knicks do have tendencies sometimes of downplaying certain bad teams. I noticed that they basically play up against certain teams, like especially like the Celtics. They play up against those guys. I don't know why, but then they'll lose games against like Chicago. Then the Knicks will go ahead and face CJ McCollum and Damian Lillard out in Portland. Portland, man, I don't know what's up with that team. They pretty much look like the same team as last year. So moving on, after that road trip, we are going to come back and play against the Pacers that actually sit third in our conference. And, you know, after that, we're going to play the 76ers, which you already know they sit fourth in our conference. But those two matchups are going to be tough matchups for the Knicks. You know, the 76ers especially, they got Embiid down low. Down low is where we're pretty much missing a presence. I see that the Knicks might make a change with Cantor being down low. They actually may play Luke Cornett down low. But after this road trip, if it doesn't go as well, because we have a lot of young players that are shooting very inconsistent. Three-point shooting is killing us this season. Three-point shooting and just overall field goal percentage, we're really not efficient from the field. If we're not going to be as efficient like that, the defense does have to pick up. But, you know, we're not even midway through the season. So far, I like what Fizdale is doing with the teams. I see with Fizdale, he's changing the mindset of a lot of players. If you're not consistent, you're on the bench. And Fizdale's been pretty consistent with that. But we'll see what happens. Like I said, Moutier has opportunity, especially this month with Tim Hardaway dealing with the injury, to actually pick up some of the slack, the scoring load. Same thing for Kevin Knox. Hopefully Frank Ntilikina, like I said, the opportunity is there. He just has to take it. He has to take it and just be more assertive. Like I said, the month of January is normally brutal, especially for the Knicks. It's been like this like the past 4 or 5 seasons. It's always like a nice little Midwest to West Coast trip that usually doesn't go well. But like I said, you guys that love the lottery, this could be a good look for you guys. But let me know what you think. Leave your comments below. You guys check out my playlist below. We got new music updated weekly, available on Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud, YouTube. All the links below. Different vibes, moods, playlists. Check it out. This is your guy Marcellus Ease. You guys stay safe. Peace.